This is the Avatar Tarot channel. I am your host, Sergio Pickles. Before I begin, I want to shout out Lilo Vanity, a constant beacon of feminine strength. My readings are based on your sidereal, Vedic, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Let us begin. I am a servant of the great work, not its master. If you find my reading helpful, donate to ebresearchnetwork.org. Currently, EB is a skin disease that covers up to 80% of a baby or child's body in blisters, and it currently has no cure. All proceeds will go towards either bandages, research, or pain medication. If you need further assistance, check the description box. Today, we are going to be reading for the earth signs: Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Saggitarius, Aries, and Leo. I'm going to start with Capricorn. And my last reading for Capricorn, we had the Lovers, Nine of Cups, and the King of Cups. So it seems like there was a male figure that had entered your space, and you were displaying sensitivity and grace. There was also the Nine of Cups, so there was optimism, renewed trust in the divine, and you were finding tranquility. So it looks like you were stepping out into the unknown, and at first it was shaky, but it seems as if you have hit your stride. Again, your previous reading was the Lovers, Nine of Cups, and the King of Cups. Today you have the Four of Wands. And with the Four of Wands, it is a card of rest and satisfaction. It is freedom from responsibility, spontaneity of action. You are taking pride in achievement, and you're taking a pit stop. So it looks like right now you might be feeling that you have been fighting uphill, but little do you know that the groundwork has already been laid. This is illustrated by these four standing wands and the hanging banner. And it looks like there has been someone leading you or guiding you. This person might be in the physical realm or it might not. But it looks like there is someone who has been where you want to go before, and they are walking you towards where you want to go. There might be someone you look up to, and don't think that they don't notice you, whether this person is here or deceased. You have a decision coming up. So for my Capricorns, this is the Two of Swords. It is the card of indecision. Usually, this is a time where I suggest taking step backs. There's something you want to do, but now it's about how. There are two ways to go about it. When it's the Two of Swords, there's a decision that you want to make, and the way, Capricorn, that you usually might consult a group or figures in your life, that may not lead to the outcome that you're expecting. The reason that there's only one person holding the Two of Swords is because you need to take a step back. And when you once ask, what should I do? That is a question you should repeatedly ask yourself over the coming week. What should I do? What should I do? And this will actually bring a sort of clarity to what you want to manifest. Because if you ask other people, it's going to be your not self taking advice. When there's an inner knowing and the divine is asking you to trust him, so that you pick the sword that sends you upward and not the sword that sends you spiraling down. The Hanged Man. I said it, the Two of Swords and the Hanged Man. No one likes, I mean, it's sometimes solitude can be challenging, and that it makes me think of a giggle because sometimes when you're saying I'm scared of being alone, sometimes you're scared of being alone, you probably already are. You probably already made up your mind and you're looking for confirmation, and that is living in the not self. You already know what decision to make. You just really don't know how. And like I said last week, you had the King of Cups and the Nine of Cups. There's someone that knows what will bring you satisfaction. That's why you got the Four of Wands, because you are already being guided either from the other side or here in the physical realm. And this decision that you're supposed to make is something that you've studied. You've really been very thoughtful, and you got the Two of Swords because you know what you need to do moving forward. And this Hangman is, it's only it's in reverse, so it's only a matter of time. Actually, I usually don't read reversals, but it looks like you are ready to go. It looks like you have thought about it so much to the point where the Hangman is already headed in the right direction. That is it for my Capricorn. Next, we have Taurus. Last week, you had the Ten of Wands, the Nine of Swords, and the Ace of Cups. So, with the Ace of Cups, it looks like there was a lot of fulfillment coming in. With the Nine of Swords, that was where you stood emotionally. It was a lot of overthinking. There was a lot on your mind. You might feel like you're missing out on something. And you also had the Ten of Wands last. So you might have got to a point in your life and you felt like it may feel different. But it looks like you are exactly where you are supposed to be. Let's see what's going on today with my Taurus. So Taurus, we have a tower moment. So pain is in the air. It is really the tower moment. There's been an unexpected change and it hurts that you are going through pain. You are in the tower moment. It does not feel good. All I can say is when you are going through hell, all you can do is keep going. I know it doesn't feel good right now, but tough times don't last. Tough people do. What I mean by this is you are in the situation that you are in because there is an inner knowing that you can handle it. So even though it hurts right now, it is something that you can push through. And the King of Pentacles. So this is the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles represents reliability, confidence, the value of success gained through principled intellect. You often feel exhausted from taking the high road, always being the bigger person. You might be asking yourself, why me? I've been nothing but showed a large amount of integrity and I keep coming up short. This King of Pentacles is a tap on the shoulder that you are not alone. This is a sign that spirit supports how you've been making decisions. Comparison is the thief of joy. You might be mulling over, what if I took a different route? Little do you know that the King of Pentacles that's upright, it means that you've been showing integrity. You've been focused on sticking to your principles. And where your mind is right now, you are going over what would life be if you acted like everyone else. But that's the beauty and the pain of being an individual walking on earth, is that you were sent here to make decisions as you. It's always going to be a little bit of nature and nurture. But when you stick to how you were nurtured this way for a reason, and even if you look around at everybody's situation, that's where the problem is. No two comparison is the thief of joy. You are happier than you think. It is just the comparison that's getting in the way. The challenge for you this week, Taurus, is to really look for appreciation when it's tough. When it's tough, you have to appreciate the people around you, whether they're getting on your nerves, where they are not getting on your nerves, who are you enjoying. Just be grateful for the moments that you do have, because you do have people who care about you. And the people around you are so very glad that you are as principled and grounded as you are. And you feel like you might be in a better position if you took the less principled, the easier route, but taking the high road often leads to higher planes. And the Ace of Cups, love, abundance, and new beginnings, is fertility. So right now, from this tower moment, you were meant to be planting seeds, and there is joy ahead. There is joy ahead, and right now you have a lot of spiritual sustenance. So exactly, that's why you have this King of Pentacles right here, because you have a male figure in your life who knows that life ain't been no crystal stair. And that goes for male or female. But with this Ace of Cups, you will get to where you want to be, and you're going to be so happy you went about it the way that you did. All you need to do right now is continue doing it, just as this is probably the most painful thing I have to say to you today, Taurus, is you have to continue being as persistent as you have been in your integrity. I know it's a lot of pain involved right now, but this King of Pentacles is showing you a lot of support, and and words cannot say how happy the people around you are happy that you are you. Next, we are going to move towards Virgo. We are going to move towards Virgo. So Virgo, last time you had the Knight of Swords, the Moon card, and the Sun. So you were going through not only a lot of emotion, you also had the Sun card. So there was a lot of emotion, and there was also a lot of expression that you may or may not have been able to share. And this, all I can say. So for my Virgo, this is the 10 of Wands. You've reached you have been trying to manifest something. There is a goal that you have been moving forward, and you are feeling a little bit restless. You're overexerted yourself. The challenge is to relinquish control, find what makes you smile, and take your hands off the situation. Whatever you've been trying to bring to fruition has already been sowed, and now it's up to timing. Usually when you have the 10 of Wands, you're breaking your back to get to somewhere that you already are. And even if it has not manifested in this realm, there's still somewhere you want to get to. And next is to pass it to the Jack of Wands. So the 10 of Wands, you've been gathering, you've been putting your all into it, and you've reached a point where it's just about patience at this point. It's basically all you can do now is tap your foot. So Virgo, I know being the sign that you are, the sign of the Virgin, you want to find a way to make things go your way. But with the Ten of Wands, it's up to spirit now. Death card. So there's transformation coming for you, Virgo. There's a lot of transformation. So with the death card, there's a lot of transformation in your life, how you thought you wanted to live, how you're currently living. There's just transformation. This could also be spirit support, but you have to realize that when people see the death card, is what more do I have to go through? But there is beauty in transformation, and when you're at the last step, it is really your first step as long as you are alive. Then you have the Ten of Wands, Death card, Three of Wands. So you have momentum. You're starting to experience slight difficulties, but you're pushing through. There are things you want to do, but you are currently moving in the right direction. But the thing about being in the Ten of Wands and the Three of Wands is you're focusing. There seems to be a lot of things that you're doing, a lot of focuses, when really you just need to focus on a few things. So wherever you're gaining the most momentum is where you should focus your attention, instead of being so focused on bringing something to pass. The Three of Wands saying focus on what you control. Focus on the controllables and you will feel a lighter load, even though the other things that you are thinking about are coming to pass, but you have to take your time and focus on what you can control. You see how he's not looking at all three of them? He has his hand only on one of the wands. That is what you can control out of all of these things that are above you now. Next, we will go with the fire signs. Starting with Sag, moving into Aries, and ending with Leo. Before I continue, I want to share, if you find my reading helpful, do donate to EB Research. And I want to take a moment to thank you. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you are here with me. So last time we had the Ace of Swords, Hangman, and the Ace of Pentacles. So, you had the Ace of Swords, Hanged Man, and the Ace of Pentacles. And the Three of Cups. So the Ace of Pentacles has moved to the Three of Cups. There is celebration. You are feeling overjoyed. You are feeling that this is a time for celebration. It's a time to share spiritual growth. I'm close to a lot of Sagittarius in my family. And it might have been a rough patch, an uphill battle, but it's a time of sharing spiritual growth and celebrations. And it's time to raise your cup and enjoy a cup of wine, a mimosa, or whatever it is that you do to celebrate, but you definitely deserve it. And then there's the Ten of Pentacles. So with the Ten of Pentacles, this is inner and outer wisdom coming full circle. The Ten of Pentacles signifies success, fulfillment, and victory. Do not go past the mark you aim for. This should be a moment of gratitude. Do not chase another feeling of satisfaction. It's a challenge to take a moment and be appreciative. So as the Sagittarius tend to be trailblazers. And the thing about trailblazers is sometimes we're so focused on blazing trails that we don't realize just how far we've come. This is a challenge to you to look back at the trails, look back at the things that you've been feeding into, and look at how far you've come. I know even if you still have so far to go, you are not where you used to be. And if you take this moment of appreciation, it shows that you're not done growing. You don't have to push yourself to take on so much or blaze another trail because you've already done so much. The King of Swords, bold, brave, and without judgment. There's someone who's been observing they haven't been saying much, but they've been observing what you're doing and what you have going, and things are going steadily. You're stepping towards your goal, but this is a warning to not make a decision out of anxiety. No more action is needed. Sometimes when you begin to feel like if there's a picture in front of you and you begin to feel it, when it reaches the top, you have to realize that it's time to stop. Because if you're overflow, you think, all right, I'm still helping, when really you're wasting energy putting forth and it's really going to waste. And as a Sagittarius, like I said, this is just a challenge to really appreciate. Sagittarius are really good with growth, but it is okay to be happy. Next, we have our sun, moon, rising, Venus in. So for my sun, moon, rising in Aries, let's find the Emperor. So there is a male figure that is extremely proud of you and extremely close to you. You may have been trying to impress someone and they're already impressed. They have already embraced you. They see the potential in you. And this may be who you are. You have male figures in your life that know you in and out. And you've been asking yourself, what should I do? What should I do? How do I get there? And someone is paying close attention because you already know. Nine of Swords. This is guilt, worry, victimization. So this demands we face our feeling of regret and obsession, face difficulties with open eyes, codependent energy, that moment when your friends are tired of you going on and on about one thing or another. And the question is, are you sure you are spending the same amount of time pouring into you? When you put the phone down and there's nothing but you and fresh air outside, how do you feel? They say a leader with no followers is just taking a walk, and it is perfectly okay to walk. There may be a tower moment ahead of you. So, and this is also Aries energy. That's why you're pulled the Emperor. Whatever is about to happened in your life. It happened for a reason. There is about to be some change, a tower moment, or you could also be coming out of a tower moment. But there is drastic change happening in your life. Lastly, we are going to wrap up with Leo. So last week, Leo, you had the Tower moment, the Three of Pentacles, and the Page of Wands. So my Leo. Page of Cups. So the Page of Cups. This is manifestation. This is focused effort. You've been focusing on self-care and searching for inner growth. Although you may open your eyes and not see any change in the environment, give it some time. The growth will slowly start to reflect in the environment around you. So there's been situations that you really want to bring forth, and this right here may be your situation. You may feel like there are factors holding you back, and this may be the case, but whatever you have been thinking about, mulling over, there is change in front of you. Your effort is not going to waste. The Fool card. So this is a card of new beginnings, but the difference between the Fool and the Magician is the Fool kind of takes off, speeds off. It knows what it wants, but it does not evaluate. It's just optimism. So you might feel like, I can handle it. I can do this. But the Fool card has to ask the question, all right, yes, you can do this, but what resources? So the Magician usually has a sword, a wand, a pentacle, and a cup. So if you have emotions, you might be missing the proper communication channels. If you know exactly what you want to manifest, you might need to put more emotion into it. You might need to review where you stand financially and how that can affect what you're trying to manifest. The Fool card is optimism. You still have to reflect on what you have now and what you will need to get to where you are going. But considering that you're coming from a tower moment, you're doing very well. And round of applause, you have been showing temperance. So whatever you were overdoing, or there may have been something that you've been wanting to do and you have been taking the time to show temperance. So, and the card of temperance is balance, and that's very good for a fixed sign. So sometimes Leo can become fixated and zero in on a goal. You have been matching your effort with taking your hands off the situation, which is something that takes practice. It takes practice, it takes hard work, but the evaluations happening in your life, it is reflecting balance. Temperance is a really good card for Leo due to the fact of you all are a fixed sign. And with fixation, sometimes mistakes are made because you kind of barrel through your obstacles. You've been taking a different approach. So as the lion, instead of charging forward, saying the goal is mine, you have been circling left or right. Instead of roaring, you've been growling. So you have been taking a more strategic, tactical approach of how you tackle situations. That concludes today's reading. Again, this is the Avatar, the Avatar Tarot. I am Sergio Pickles. Have a wonderful day.